Hey there, it's me, Kathy. I had to defrost my freezer, and so I found some stuff in there that I didn't even know that I had. So I'm going to start a series on, using things, making things out of stuff I found in my freezer, and I'm going to post it to the Leftover Academy playlist on my YouTube channel, and you can watch it there, or you can watch it here, or you can, go to my website, www.culinaryyours.org. And today I had found some, last time I made the, I think I made jambalaya with the boudin sausage I bought at the farmer's market from Purpose Driven Family Farms. And I didn't use it all. I found a couple of sausages in there. I had a couple of ears of corn, some peppers, some onions, some celery, all from Misfits Market. And we are going to make a Southern style sausage and corn chowder today. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be good. I have taken our boudin sausage and taken the casings off and crumbled it. And we're going to cook that in the pan. I don't know how fatty these are. I want some fat to make our roux for our chowder. So I may add some bacon grease to this, but let's see what they look like when they're cooked. We're going to go in with a little bacony goodness and some fat for our roux. And in we go. Our sausage is nicely browned, and you want to wait till it's no longer pink. And then we're going to scoop it out with a spotted spoon to save that fat that we made. Transfer it to a plate. Okay, to our poppin' hot fat, we are going to add, and I have lowered the heat because we want to just soften these vegetables, onions. And celery. I just wanted to put, I had some red peppers, so I'm going to put some of those in there. Might make our chowder red, but it's going to be delicious. We're going to stir that around. And then season with some salt and pepper. A little shake of red pepper flake. And now we're going to soften these guys up and move forward. Vegetables are softening up nicely, and now it's time for our potatoes. These are small little organic yellow potatoes that I bought from Misfits Market, of course. And we're going to stir those in to our vegetables and let them go for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to move to the next step. Now it's time for some all-purpose flour. Incorporate that flour in with our vegetables, and we're going to cook that for about 5 minutes to get the starchiness out. And now it's time for some chicken stock. We're going to put in just enough to cover these potatoes, because we don't want hard potatoes in our chowder. We want nice cooked potatoes. And we're going to bring that up to a boil. So I'm going to increase the heat a little bit. We're going to let that, once we've come to a boil, we're going to turn it back down and let it simmer for, this is probably going to take about 20 minutes for these potatoes to cook. You want to stir this constantly at first to make sure you're at the right thickness. As you can probably see, this is thickening up already because of our roux. So we don't want it too thick to cook our potatoes, but we don't want it too thin either, because we're going to still add cream to this and make it a chowder. Okay, so we're having a nice simmer and a nice thickening up. And now it's time to add in our corn. This is fresh corn cut from the ears, cobs, and you can use frozen if you want, but it is sort of corn season, so that's why I use the fresh. And while the potatoes finish, the corn will cook too. And I think it's time to put our meat back in too. So our sausage is going back in. Give it some sausaginess. And now we're going to go for about 10 more minutes, and then we're going to finish up our chowder. It's pretty thick. I like a thick chowder, but You can thin it out with some more chicken stock, or like I say, don't forget, we're gonna be adding half and half to this. So we'll see how that goes. These stubborn little potatoes took about 25 minutes to cook, but they are ready now, and we will test them if we can find one. There's a couple. The knife slides right in and slides right in, and that means they're done. Now we're gonna finish up with our cream. I only had half and half in the house, so that's where we're going with that. Okay, let's see what our thickness is. We're going to incorporate our cream, make sure it's heated through, and I think that is a good consistency for our chowder. So we're going to let that cook for a few more minutes just to make sure the cream is hot and incorporated and the texture is correct. Then we're going to serve. Here's our southern style sausage and corn chowder, and now we're going to put it in a bowl and serve it up. Since it's lunchtime, I'm just not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to put it in a regular little bowl, scoop it in, and again, and one more time. And here is a smaller version of our southern style sausage and corn chowder. And I'm going to, for a little bit of additional smokiness, I'm going to garnish this with some smoked paprika. A little color, a little smokiness, just a little something something. There it is, and now we're gonna eat it, and I hope you make this, and I hope you like it, or some version of it, and it's gonna be really good. Thank you for joining me for our first edition of what we're gonna do with stuff we found in our freezer. Remember to watch at the Leftover Academy, or like I say, it's right here anyway. So I have to take a bite of this because it smells so good, and it's so good. So here we go. Oh my gosh, so good. I have something fun to do for the next one, so come on back.